It brings intelligent planning, live insights, and seamless coordination to every move at our terminals. Efficient, scalable, future-ready. PSA India, India's gateway to growth.
Week unfold. Can we have the video, please? The video, please.
From the ancient trade winds to the digital corridors of today, the oceans have always connected nations, cultures, and opportunities. At the heart of this global network stands Mumbai, a vibrant maritime capital where ideas, innovation, and investments from around the world come together. India Maritime Week emerges as a truly global platform for maritime dialogue, where policymakers, industry leaders, and innovators from around the world come together to shape the future of the blue economy. In 2025, the conversations get bigger and smarter, with visionary forums, transformative collaborations, and a shared vision for sustainable growth across the global maritime sector. From the Global Maritime India Summit to the Green Maritime Day, Sagar Manthan, the Great Ocean Dialogue to Ports of the Future, the Global Maritime CEO Forum, the Women in Maritime CEO Conference, the Sagar Ratna Awards, India Maritime Heritage, the UNESCAP Conference, and the Maritime Digitalization and Future Tech Summit, to the Competitive Financing for Blue Economy Dialogue. India Maritime Week 2025 brings together 11 concurrent events shaping the entire spectrum of the maritime world. The Leaders' Dialogue on Green and Digital Maritime Corridors celebrates a partnership built on trust, innovation, and shared responsibility for the Indo-Pacific, and showcases the strength of collaboration between two dynamic maritime ecosystems. It is a bond strengthened by the strong partnership between India and Singapore, a symbol of bilateral resolve for a sustainable maritime future. It's where relationships are built, partnerships are forged, and the future of global...
We are honored to welcome Ms. Shikha Singh, Vice President, to join Mr. Kaustubh Dhavse, Chief Advisor to Chief Minister, Investment and Strategy for the exchange of MOU. Headquartered in Singapore, Mapletree is a global real estate developer, investor, capital and property manager committed to sustainability. Under this MOU, Mapletree has committed to invest Rs 3,000 crores in Maharashtra over the next 5 years, developing industrial parks, logistics and warehousing facilities and data centers in key cities such as Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur. Please join me in congratulating both the teams. Thank you, sir, for giving this Leaders' Dialogue session to witness this landmark moment. Our next speaker, His Excellency Geoffroy Seow, was appointed Acting Minister for Transport on May 23, 2025. Before this role, ministries related to manpower, trade, industry, and transport. Mr. Seow plays a significant role in shaping Singapore's transport policies, including the maritime sector, which is central to Singapore's economy. The Ministry of Transport under his leadership emphasizes investments in sustainable and digital maritime infrastructure, port innovation, and strengthening Singapore's position as a global maritime hub. It is my honor to welcome to the stage His Excellency Geoffroy Seow, Honorable Acting Minister for Transport, Singapore.
Excellencies, Shri Devendra, fadanvis, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hosting Deputy Prime Minister Gan Kim Yong and I for today's event. Very happy to be here at the Indian Maritime Week and of course for the opportunity to speak to all of you at the Leaders' Dialogue. Deputy Prime Minister and I were at the PSA Prahaar Mumbai Container Terminal just this morning, I think, yes. We just flew in today, so a little bit confused about the time. But as you saw in the video, it's a remarkable development, remarkable achievement. It is something that was planned a very long time ago, and I was sharing with the Chief Minister that it takes a government of remarkable foresight, leadership, in order to be able to achieve a project of this scale and immensity today. In fact, Chief Minister had laid the first foundation stone for the terminal in the year 2013. And for it to be what it is today shows the remarkable energy, the dedication to making things happen through COVID, through a pandemic, if we all remember. So we were very happy to be there, to be able to see the project come to completion. And in fact, the first stage of the growth, the key cranes will be coming, and soon the operations will be ongoing. And we were very happy, of course, to have a Singapore company like PSA International to work with Indian counterparts to achieve this mutual success. We have in fact seen many joint ventures and partnerships between PSA as well as the Container Corporation of India just last year to provide end-to-end logistics services. Likewise, there have been many Indian companies such as Tata Group and Tolani that have ventured into Singapore to explore opportunities in the region. And there's many more that we can talk about. Specifically on the transport front, we have deep, long-standing relations. As my colleague from the Ministry of Ports and Shipping and Waterways said just now, India and Singapore share a very deep maritime history. And as a result, we have been working on many projects in the maritime sector. Our governments have been working closely, both bilaterally and at multilateral platforms such as the International Maritime Organization. And this year is a very important and significant year for us because we are enhancing our collaboration through signing a Memorandum of Understanding on the Singapore-India Green and Digital Shipping Corridor. It's a not so nice short form, GDSC MOU, but it stands for the Singapore-India Green and Digital Shipping Corridor. And under this MOU, both countries will work closely with interested industry partners to explore opportunities to develop supply chains for low emissions maritime fuels. And this would include training requirements for seafarers to handle such fuels. Both countries will also explore facilitating digital information exchange, which will enable more efficient port clearance and facilitate the flow of vessels between Singapore and India. This collaboration builds on the synergies between India and Singapore. India, as we all know, is a leading player in many things, but especially in information technology. And India has been working on becoming a major producer and exporter of green marine fuel. Singapore is well positioned, not as big as India, but we are positioned to be the world's largest bunkering and transshipment port with a dynamic research and innovation ecosystem in green marine fuel. And I'm confident that both India and Singapore will complement each other, and both the businesses and startups in both countries will prosper together. Since signing the letter of intent in April this year during the Singapore Maritime Week, officials from both India and Singapore governments have been working tirelessly on this MOU, and I look forward to the conclusion of this MOU by both our Prime Ministers in September this year when they meet. The MOU gives us a platform for both countries to work closely together. There will be more to come. Singapore looks forward to further cooperation with India in the areas of transport, maritime, and of course that will serve as the foundation for economic development and people-to-people ties. Thank you very much.
On behalf of all present, I extend a heartfelt thanks to Mr. Seo for his thought-provoking and enlightening address, given us much to reflect upon as we move forward. As mentioned earlier, our Honorable Union Minister for Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sri Sarvanand Sonovalji, was unable to attend today's main event due to certain exigencies, But we have a video message from our visionary leader who has been steering India's maritime sector towards unprecedented growth and transformation. Can we have the video message, please?
Namaskar. Good afternoon to everybody. Respected Gan Kim Yang, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Singapore, respected Sri Devendra Fatnavis ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, respected Jeffrey Seo, Acting Transport Minister of Singapore, it is a great honor and privilege to welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of Singapore, and his delegation to Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, India's premier container port. Your presence today at JNPA reflects the vibrancy of our partnership and the deep and enduring commitment between our two nations. I extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of the Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways and the people of India. I also heartfully welcome the dynamic and visionary Chief Minister of Maharashtra for joining us at the Leaders' Dialogue at JNPA. Much as I would have loved to join the distinguished gathering today, unfortunately, due to an unavoidable parliamentary exigency, I am unable to be with you. The change of plan is deeply regretted. I am certain that the address today from our distinguished dignitaries will be enlightening for our many international delegates, business leaders, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and media friends. Dear delegates, India and Singapore share a strong and multifaceted partnership rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and a common vision for prosperity. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, our bilateral relations have expanded across sectors. Connectivity forms an important pillar of this bilateral partnership. I had the privilege of visiting Singapore myself earlier this year for the Singapore Maritime Week, an enriching opportunity to engage with global maritime leaders and reaffirm our shared commitment to sustainable growth. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate PSA International investment in Bharat Mumbai Container Terminals. At JNPA, BMCT exemplifies our shared vision to build modern, world-class port infrastructure. It is an example of reform-led growth model that India pursues and reflects the confidence that global partners like Singapore place in India's economic resilience and growth potential. Building on the partnership, earlier this year, India and Singapore signed a letter of intent to establish a green and digital shipping corridor. This initiative will accelerate the adoption of low-emission technologies, strengthen digital integration, and drive innovation in maritime operation. You can truly see the magic of skill and scale once the corridor develops. The Government of India is fully committed to facilitating long-term foreign investment in maritime and logistics sector. Our pro-investment policies anchored in PM Gati Shakti and the National Logistic Policy are designed to create seamless multimodal connectivity, reduce logistic costs, and improve ease of doing business. I invite our Singaporean partners to explore new opportunities in India's growing logistic and port ecosystem. The time is right for deeper collaboration. I would also like to take this opportunity to extend a warm invitation to His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister and his delegation for the inaugural ceremony of India Maritime Week 2025, which will be held in Mumbai from October 27, 2025. This prestigious event in one of the most important maritime capitals of the world will bring together key stakeholders from the global maritime community to discuss and explore opportunities for collaboration, innovation, and growth in the sector. Your esteemed presence would be an honor and a significant contribution to strengthening maritime ties between India and Singapore. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to Deputy Prime Minister Gan, Minister Jeffrey Seo, visiting delegates from Singapore and the PSA group for your commitment to India. We deeply value this partnership and will extend all possible support to ensure your continued success. I also thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra for giving strength to our program today with his presence and for the deep partnership between Government of India and Government of Maharashtra towards realizing the vision of Maritime Amritkal Vision 2047. Thank you. Jai Hind.
It's a true privilege to hear his vision and guidance as always. His tireless commitment to innovation, sustainability, and inclusive development continues to inspire stakeholders across the maritime spectrum. It is now my privilege to invite to the podium a leader whose vision and dedication have been pivotal in driving Maharashtra's growth across industry, infrastructure, and innovation. Under his leadership, the state has strengthened its position as India's economic powerhouse, with transformative initiatives in ports, logistics, and maritime connectivity that are shaping a brighter future for our people. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Devendra Fadanvis ji.
Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Singapore, Mr. Gan Kim Yong, Honorable Minister of Transport, Singapore, Mr. Jeffrey Seo, Mr. T.K. Ramachandran, Secretary Ports, Government of India, Mr. Unmesh Wagh, Chairman JNPA, Mr. Lakshmanan, Joint Secretary Ports, all the dignitaries present here, dear friends. At the very outset, I would like to welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of Singapore and the entire delegation to this beautiful city of Mumbai, which is a financial, commercial, and entertainment capital of India. And I'm sure that your visit will deepen the ties between India and Singapore and also Maharashtra and Singapore. This morning, after His Excellency's arrival, we visited the new PSA terminal at JNPA. And I must thank the PSA and also the government of Singapore for creating such a state-of-art terminal which is now totally ready for inauguration, and I'm sure that soon we will witness both the Prime Ministers inaugurating this beautiful terminal which will add to the maritime power of India. As we all know that now this terminal will account for 50% of the container handling capacity of JNPA, and that will bring a boost to the global trade of India. Having said that, I'm very happy that today India and Singapore are collaborating in diverse fields, in the field of maritime trade, maritime infrastructure, in the field of digitization, in the field of data center, in the field of logistics. We just witnessed one such MOU with the maple tree, and after this program, in another program, we are again will be witnessing few more such MOUs. And I think this is not only bringing the two economies closer, but it is also opening doors for many more such collaborations in future. And today, as we are deliberating on green and digital maritime corridors, I think this collaboration is very important to create this entire ecosystem of green and digital maritime corridor. All of us know that India also has a very rich maritime history, and we all know that the Chol Empire was world maritime power at that time. And we have also seen in the world history that the world trade is always dominated by the maritime superpowers. And that is why the entire maritime business is very important. In fact, all of us know that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the great king from Maharashtra, the great king of India, was one who understood the power of maritime business and maritime security. And today, the entire western coast, which we see where the JNPA port is also situated, is safe and is ready for business only because of the vision of our King Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And I would say that in the 21st century, it is our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has understood that for India's growth, the maritime infrastructure will be very important, and he spearheaded this entire maritime revolution in India by creating the Amrutkal Maritime Vision 2047. Our Prime Minister aims to make India one of the biggest player in the maritime space. And aligned to his vision, the government of Maharashtra has also planned many initiatives to actually be part of this Amrutkal vision. We are also creating a maritime vision for the state of Maharashtra, whereby the immediate vision document will be our goals up to 2029. Our intermediate goals will be up to 2035 and then ultimately up to 2047. And I'm sure that in days to come, Maharashtra will play a pivotal role in this entire reshaping of the maritime infrastructure and maritime ecosystem in India. I'm very happy that now we are also building the Vadhavan port, which will be not just India's biggest port, but which will be one amongst the 10 big ports of the world from the day one. I'm very happy that the chairman JNPA Port has promised us that the building of this port will be achieved in time. I think this port is actually, it will take Maharashtra and India to another league, and it will make us a maritime superpower. But as we rightly say that in today's world, what matters most is sustainability and efficiency. And I think in the maritime sector also, now that we are focusing more on sustainability, like creating green corridors, like creating new efficient fuels, and India is also leading the way. Along with Singapore, we have already charted MOU, and both the countries will collaborate with each other for creating new green corridors, for exchanging the new technologies, for exporting the green fuel technologies. And I'm sure that it will be beneficial for both the countries. And today, India has grown its digital infrastructure manyfold. And I think the initiatives like e-Samudra, where a lot of digitization has gone into the maritime services, it is also creating efficiencies in the entire maritime trade. I think all the initiatives which are taken up by the government of India in the maritime sector, especially to use all the digital technologies, will bring a lot of efficiencies and will also create India's new supply chains for the world. And I'm sure in this entire journey, we have the government of Singapore as our most trusted friend. And that's why I would like to thank the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and the Honorable Minister for being our partners. And I feel that this partnership will not just be restricted at the JNPA, but it will also be taken forward to the Vadhavan port, where we'll again create a very efficient terminal and will witness one more MOU in this sector. I would like to thank our Ministry of Shipping, the JNPA port, and all the authorities for organizing this dialogue. And once again, from Government of Maharashtra, and also from my friend and the Union Minister, Shri Sarbanand Sonowal ji, who could not come here, I would once again like to welcome you. I hope that your trip will be very fruitful. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
On behalf of everyone present, we express our deepest gratitude to the